Hello Frosty fans, we're going to draw Dorian Halloward for you today, so watch out, the hand is quicker than the eye.
Here Will, of course, is laying down just sort of a basic underbody as a guide, which is something that I need to make much more extensive use of when I happen to draw anything. He's using it as a loose guide. I would need it much more extensively than this. Even when I know what I'm drawing, and I've drawn it many, many times. Because I just don't have... my muscle memory isn't quite there, I guess. It's here. But
well, you draw something enough times and it just...
Oh, it's like playing a musical instrument or anything. You do it enough. You play a certain song enough, it's just like, boom, you know.
Yeah, Dorian, when we were going through the design phase, originally we had him wrapped up in...
He looked like Liam Neeson in Darkman.
Yeah.
Which it's cool, but I like this look better.
We have that look, by the way, on our Patreon, if you want to, shameless plug there, if you want to join us at patreon.com/IronGate. I'm not sure which reward tier it is, but it's up there. You can find it. If you want to see what the all the characters looked like, Dorian was I think his is one of the more different ones. Ember's as well.
Ember's and Dorian are the two that physically changed the most. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right, he had like a superhero-y costume, which was kind of.
He had the Orthodox cross on his upper arms. It was interesting.
It was before we really knew what we wanted to be.
Yeah. And Addison wasn't that much different, except she had a little bit of cleavage showing in her dresses, which today would be just like. Would just come across all wrong for her. She'd be horrified. But I mean, her basic look wasn't that different. But she was certainly a little quicker to violence back then, but still not like.
Well, you can hear my very excitable dogs. We got a new one named Mickey recently. He's a papillon, which is when you look at it, it's spelled as though it was called a papillon, which is kind of funny.
He's adorable. We have his ex living with him as well. Is the dog that he was from way before.
See Mike right there, you see? You draw a character 1,000 times and you can still mess up.
Oh. Yeah.
Just right there, you can still mess up.
Sometime we'll have to put a video of him doing the doggy mobile thing when he holds on to the rope and just rotates in the air holding on just with his jaw.
What are you talking about, Mickey? And
yeah, he does that. It's adorable.
His trick. So to speak.
I don't know if he considers the trick as much as just something he likes doing. It just will not let go of that rope.
Yeah.
You'd think most big dogs want to do that rope pulling thing, but no, Mickey loves it despite being not a very big animal.
Now, typically when I do Dorian, I lay out something relatively simple like this. And I don't normally sketch when I ink like this, but whatever. And I end up adding a whole whack of squiggly lines, which is not a secret. You should totally not do it in your own art to make it look more complicated than it actually is, adding squiggly lines in random places. If you look at a lot of the, if you look at a lot of the IronGate pages, you'll see that I kind of do a lot of noodling.
You'll see that though in a lot of artists' work, I find within comics. I mean, some more than others, of course, but some of them just...
Yeah, I mean, it don't noodle without purpose, but if you add like little squiggly lines, like I'm about to do right here under his eyes, you can make it look like he's, you know, a lot older. Like
he is pretty old.
He's got more expression, you know.
Yeah.
And you can add more angles and so on, like I'm doing here. And
oh yeah, well that's the thing. Like with a character that's supposed to look youthful, one line out of place makes them look like way older than you want them to. But with an old character, a couple extra lines, like it just enhances the effect. So it's like that's like because the younger looking characters, you got to be like, oh, every line, put a line under their eye, and all of a sudden they look like 10 years older than they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But with older characters, not such an issue, and it lets them have such cool expressions and things.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't normally give drawing tips because I don't really think that I have any place to. I mean, I've been drawing for a long time, and I do have the education to back it up, but I've always thought that art is a process you just kind of have to go through. I mean, you can learn techniques from other artists, but I think for the most part you have to just get out there and do it. It's kind of like riding a bike. You have to... I look at going to school and getting instructions kind of like your training wheels. But if you do anything for, 15 years, which I think maybe I've been drawing a little longer than that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
But if you've been doing anything for a while, by the way, I'm 21, and I've been
drawing since you were...
Since I was a spermie.
Yeah.
Those originals are worth some money, let me tell you.
Those are unique. Yeah, no, it's like that with anything. I mean, the more you do it, people sometimes ask about different skill sets people have. I've had people ask me when I hammered out like articles or things before in my life or stories, and they're like, oh, how do you do it? I'm like, or how do you do it well? And I'm like, well, it's practice. I mean, I would be horribly embarrassed to show off some of the early writing attempts of stories and things. I mean, jeez.
That's actually true. We have a script from a book that we did when we were kids called the ASD, and I tried to convince Mike to post that script on our Patreon page.
I flat out refused
he
that.
Flatly refused.
Horrible. It's. I will post like the early IronGate stuff because that stuff it's rough and we went in different directions on some stuff, but it's still not. The basic nuts and bolts of storytelling is still there. Some stuff, and even stuff before the ASD, like really old stuff, is just some of it is just awful. And to be fair, everybody goes through. Everybody learns as they go, and it's just part of the process. But wow, that came out really well.
Well, I've drawn it a couple of times. It's very sketchy. I'm sorry, Frosty fans. I've been very busy.
There we go.
Is that right?
There's the whole image.
And I want you to pan for me, Mike. So there's that.
Okay.
And we're gonna give you a sneak peek. So come on over.
Oh, me. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the last page that's online, right? And I'm gonna
wait. Hold on.
I'm gonna skip ahead here.
Just a second.
And we're gonna give you just the top. So nothing else.
Okay.
So you can see what I meant.
There's a lot of glare on that stupid light there, but
that's okay. They don't need to see it all anyway.
Okay.
But you can see what I meant by excessive noodling. All right, Frosty fans, stay frosty, and we'll see you again soon.